So next we're going to fill out the form 790 code 012, Modelo 790 code 012. So I'm going to show you how you complete this form. It's relatively straightforward. The only thing you really need to know about it is you can only complete this form for one person at a time. And you have to start again for each person. So if there's a few of you, like in your family, that need to renew their card or apply for their initial card, you complete the form for the one person, then you start right over again. The reason being is there's a barcode on there that will be just attached to you paying your tax individually, and that's the reason behind it. So all the links for the forms that you need to complete will be in the comment section of this video. I'm just going to go into the form. So the usual information is required. So your NIE at the point you can see on the screen, your surname and your first names, and then your type of road, street, or wherever you live. So in my case it's okay, Madrid. Then for the name of it, name of the street, and then the number. Unless you live in an apartment, you don't need to worry about the rest of the information that you need to provide, except for the telephone number. So, telephone number, you put in the N field there, and then the town that you live in the next field down, municipal. And then your province, the next field, and then the next field is your postcode. The next part of the form you do not need to change in the auto liquidación, the very first option. Where the radio button is pressed in for principal, leave it as that. You're not making a complimentary payment for anything, so it's a principal payment that you are making. Then on the third section down, where you've got the block, where you've got the bold writing, under the third heading, which is just your tarjetas de identidad de extranjeros, TIE, y certificados de registro de residentes comunitarios. In this section, you then need to select the option, the very top option, by clicking on the radio button to the right of the screen. That option is for withdrawal. That option is for the withdrawal agreement protection TI card, and it means that you pay the €12. So towards the bottom of the form then, you don't need to complete anything until you get to the bottom of the form. Put your town and year in the localidad, and then the date. If you need to change the date, you just press the calendar button by the side of it and select the date that you then need. And then you'll see on the next part of the form, ingreso. So, and then the import euros, it's already pre-populated with €12 in there. I always recommend to pay at your bank, not online. I don't think there is actually an option to pay this one online, but the next radio button you need to press is in efectivo, in cash. Take this then into your bank, who will then make sure that the payment is paid on it. So before you do that, before you print it, one last thing you need to do, you need to put the captcha code at the bottom, and in my case it's NFH4, and then you can ask for it to download and print, and you will see the form how it's completed there for you to take to your bank. So this is what the form looks like. There's the barcode there with a unique barcode and number on it, so that's why you can only use it for one person at a time. All the information is populated and selected by what we've completed on the previous screens. The amount then is showing there is €12. You will need to sign it in the declaration section. There are 3 parts of this form that you need to sign. They're exactly the same, the 3 parts. The only difference being is, so for example, the first one is for the administration, that's for the office. The second one is for yourself, the person that's interested, so it's yourself, you keep that particular form. And then, so now that you've booked your appointment and completed your forms, your EX23 and your Modelo 790, you need to start thinking about preparing for your appointment and the documents and information that you will need to take along to it. It's really important that you do take the documents and information that is required for the appointment and the items. So here's the things that you will need to take. So if you're a current TIE holder, you will need to take your existing TIE card, even if it is expired. If you've been here since before Brexit and you are lucky enough to hold your green residence card, you need to take that instead of a TIE card for obvious reasons. You'll need to take your valid and in-date British passport. You'll also need to take a colour photo of yourself with a white background. The dimensions of this, your photographer will know, or if you go into a photo booth, you're selecting the one for the TIE card. You'll need your completed and signed form EX23. You'll need the payment section form for the completed 7X form. You'll also most probably need a copy of your padron dated within the last 3 months. Now this isn't always required, but just as a belts and braces approach, I would suggest you do get a copy of it and take it with you, because it'll be just your luck that you go along and they wanted it and you haven't got it and they can't proceed with the appointment. Realistically, if your address hasn't changed, then you shouldn't need to provide the padron. But as we know, we live in Spain. Different offices do different things. And as a belts and braces approach myself, though I knew I didn't need it, I took it to my appointment when I needed to renew, just to be safe. So, I wish you all the luck with going to your appointment. You shouldn't need it because it's a straightforward procedure. And if you're in Almeria, I know that the people there are really nice that deal with us foreigners living in Spain. But when you go to Almeria, for example, you know, the process is very straightforward. As soon as you go through the security clearance area, you need to go to the machine, put your NIE number in there, and you'll get a little ticket out. I'm not sure what it's like in other offices, it's probably very similar, but all the best with your appointment. And let me know how you get on with the paperwork, or if you've got any questions at all about the paperwork, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. And also, more importantly, let me know then how you get on with your appointment when all you've basically done is paid €12 for your card, because you could be in a situation where you're paying somebody else to do the work for you. Simple process, but because you don't know how to do it, you're paying them to do it. They charge you €100 when in actual fact it could just cost you €12 and a bit of time to do the paperwork. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, look at my other videos on other things that I cover too.